Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Radhe Bhagwan, Brajesh Tanaya, Stadham Vrindavanam, Ramya Kachitupasana, Vrajbadhu, Vargena Kalpita, Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanalam, Prema Pumarto Mahan, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matmidam, Tatradhara Anaparaha, Hare Krishna. So, welcome all the devotees who have come here, and we are seeing the Arjuna's last reason to fight. And, अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्मम् अहं सङ्ख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हौ हरिसूदन. We are saying, Katham, oh Krishna, how can I kill Bhishma, Drona? They are to be offered flowers. Ishubhi, how can I give them arrows? Simply, Krishna, you are telling simply contradictory things. They are worthy of respect. We discussed that elders are not even to be offered verbal battle. They cannot be harshly treated. Krishna asks why, or Arjuna is continuing the argument. Why they are worshipping? Guru Bhatva Himahanubhava Shreyam Bhoktum Bhakshamapi Loki Hatvarth Kamanstu Guru Niheva Bhunji Bhogan Rudira Pradigdam Gurun Ahatva. Rather than Ahatva is killing, Ahatva not killing. Rather than killing my this thing, the spiritual masters, Shreyaha, benefit will be to Bhaksham. I'll manage my problems of life, like eating is the problem. So I will eat by begging. And living, I'll live in the forest. And clothes, roti, kapda, makan. Makan is the forest. And the roti is the thing. Bhiksha, beg, and makan, whatever, like kapda is like whatever forest, that deer skin or whatever thing, Valkal Vrastra, like Lord Ram wore. So all these will be my substance. That's more Shreya. Krishna said, how can you call them Guru? They are not Guru. Arjun, no, they are my Guru. Dronacharya taught me and Bhishma taught me. Krishna said, don't you know scriptures? Scriptures say that at proper times, Guru can be abandoned. It's unfortunate, but sometimes in some certain circumstances, spiritual master can be abandoned. Guror aviliptasya karyakaryam ajanatah utpatta pratipannasya parityago vidhiyati. The scriptures say that Guru parityagaha can be given up. There is a process when the following conditions are met. The conditions are aviliptasya, he is engaged in a sinful life. If he has committed sin, karya karyam ajanatah, when he does not know properly what to do and what not to do, or how to behave properly. If he does not know, if he encourages improper behavior, that time also Guru can be given. Pride, we may not be able to come to know. So the Guru is proud, but at least we can come to know whether if he is engaged in sinful activities. So the story goes as follows: is that when Krishna is reminding Arjuna that when Draupadi Devi was lost in the gambling match, it was a very ghastly affair, and so Duryodhana said to Pratikami that you go, and these Pandavas are lost, and this Draupadi is also lost, and you bring her to the assembly. So Pratikami very respectfully approached Draupadi Devi and said that this thing, these people they're calling you in the assembly. So Draupadi Devi said that, well, you go and ask them that first Yudhishthir lost me or he lost himself. If Yudhishthir lost himself first, how can he gamble me? He already lost. Please ask the assembly. So this Pratikami went back and he said that Draupadi Devi is asking that um, whether Yudhishthir lost himself first or Draupadi first. So Duryodhan said that now she's our servant. So tell her that she should come to the assembly and ask the question. Pratikami went back and told Draupadi Devi that they are saying like this, that you come to the assembly and ask. So Draupadi Devi said that I'm in my periods, I'm wearing a single cloth, and actually when this emergency is going on, the periods, even women are not allowed in temples. It's like they are in a secluded place. It's considered inauspicious to come to some respectable places, and court assembly is also one of them. So if they feel like I should come in this dress, so I will come, and please give answer to my question. So Pratikami went back and he told that Draupadi Devi is saying that she is in her periods, she's wearing single cloth. Uh, does the assembly consider it proper to bring her in this condition to the court? So then all were silent because they were knowing that Bhishma also did not say anything. Dronas also not, they were just heads down. Or Pandavas also heads down. Duryodhan said, she's our servant and we can do whatever we want with her. Either she's in single cloth or she's naked. In any condition, she should come here. This is actually caste consciousness, which is practiced by Duryodhan. It is understood that Duryodhan is the incarnation of Kali Yuga, and therefore the exploitation of the lower caste by the higher caste begins with Duryodhan. Even if somebody is servant, you cannot do whatever you want with him. In today's such a degraded environment, even now there is, like, even if some lady is a prostitute, it is not that she can be naked paraded in the public. Even till now, it has never happened in the parliament, even though modern people are so degraded. Even if one is a prostitute, Draupadi is not a prostitute. The marriage was sanctioned by Vyasdev. They put the argument that she's having 5 husbands, therefore she's a prostitute. That's not a fact. The marriage was sanctioned by Vyasdev, and therefore she's a very chaste lady. And they are saying that now she's our servant, we can do whatever we want. So when these higher classes start thinking like that, that is the perversion of the whole system. That is called caste consciousness. There are gradations, there are some higher class, lower class, but not that higher class can do anything, whatever they want with the lower class. This consciousness is practiced by Duryodhan and eventually by the influence of Kali, and now the whole system is in chaos. So then Pratikami said, then what should I answer her? Duryodhan said, Dushasan, this Pratikami is a coward. He fears Bhima. You go and bring her. Dushasan went and he reached there, and when she saw that he is coming at her angrily, so she thought what to do. So she thought, let me run to the quarters of Gandhari. Gandhari may save me. So she started running, but the Dushasan ran behind her and caught her in the between, and he caught her here and he dragged her to the assembly. So severe insult they did to her, and her cloth was also loosening, and upper cloth that, uh, that fell down, and like she was just, he threw her in the assembly, dragged her, like she fell to the floor. And but she was so cultured lady, she begged forgiveness from the assembly. She said that please forgive me, I am coming in this dress, but please understand, I did not come intentionally. I was forcibly brought here. So here I ask from the assembly that what is dharma? Did If Yudhishthir Lord lost himself first, then how can he gamble me? So please answer. And then nobody was answering. So he asked Bhishma Dev, you are the eldest and you are considered the. Hmm, uh, why don't you answer? So Bhishma Dev said, Draupadi, actually, because this thing, he lost you first. Mm, mm, Yudhishthir lost himself. Therefore, uh, I cannot say na dharma sakshmam subhave vivek. I am not able to fix what is dharma in this condition. Mhm. So this is what Krishna is pointing out, that actually Bhishma is saying that I cannot properly understand what is dharma in this condition. But this is what Bhishma is caught in niyam agraha pratyahara prayasascha jalpo niyam agraha. What is niyam agraha? Simply following the rules, naam ke vaste, not understanding the purpose behind the rules. The purpose, the Kshatriya's duty is to protect the weak. All these rules are given to protect the weak. Although he's saying, I don't know whether he lost first, he lost, I cannot ascertain dharma. And therefore, because Bhishma did not stop committing a very grievous sin, therefore he became involved in sinful life. Therefore, Krishna says he is no longer Guru. He is fit to be abandoned. Same case with Dronacharya as well. And he also did not say anything. Of course, Bhishma Deva is a Mahajan, and ultimate level we can understand that all this, he knew the desire of the Lord. So Lord wanted to bring out a special pastime, and therefore he was acting. But in the Karma Kand level, in the material level, Bhishma has certainly sinned. And so Lord Krishna wanted to bring out the lesson that, no matter how many shelters you have, how many powerful people you have with you, but uh, only Krishna is the real shelter. Only Krishna can protect. So Draupadi had 5 husbands, and not only ordinary husbands. Like Bhima was like having the strength of 10,000 elephants. Arjun was the greatest warrior in the world. And even with such kind of husbands, even anyone, all of them combined together could not protect. In front of them, she was being helplessly insulted to the extreme degree in front of them, and they could not do anything. And she had powerful, like in a family, we have my uncle is there, so the big grand uncle, grandfather Bhishma. He was the biggest warrior in the world. He could not do anything for her. He could not protect, like the daughter of the family, the daughter-in-law. He was helpless. Dronacharya, the teacher of the biggest Kshatriyas in the world, he could not do anything. Krishna wanted to say, when crisis comes, the real protector, only protector is Krishna. So one may have a lot of, like Hiranyakashipu had a lot of insurance schemes. Um, Let me not be killed in the day. Let me not kill in the night. Let me not be killed by the weapons or humans or animals, something like that. So many insurance policies he had, but because he was not protected by the Supreme Lord, therefore all his insurance policies were put to dust. Similarly, we also may have many insurance policies. I have so much money in my account. I have Ayushman card. I have this card. I have this policy. I have LIC policy. I have so many relatives. I have so much contacts. But when real danger comes, none is going to work. If, like Draupadi Devi, we are not calling helplessly to Krishna. If we are on our own, all these things will be, these things are false shelters. This is what Krishna wanted to bring out. But here, Bhishma has certainly committed a sin. Then after that, and this Vikarna confirms this. So when Bhishma is also not saying that Vikarna stood up. Vikarna is one of the brother of Duryodhan. He said that, Arey, what is happening like this? You all have become irreligious, so you are not able to decide properly. I will tell what is dharma. So he says, चत्वार्या आहुर्नरश्रेष्ठा व्यसनानि महीक्षिताम् मृगया पानमक्षायाश्च ग्रामे चैवा अतिरक्ताम् चत्वारः पुनर्श्रेष्ठा व्यसनानि. There are four addictions for a mahikshitam, like for a king or for a kshatriya. That is mragayam, hunting, panam, drinking alcohol, and akshams, this thing, gambling, and this thing, sense gratification. And when kshatriya is involved in these activities, then he is in a state of madness. And when he is in a state of madness, his actions are not considered seriously. Yudhishthir has acted in a mad way. So therefore, real dharma is that Draupadi Devi is not one. So he spoke up. Then Karna spoke up. There are so many unjust things happening in this assembly, but the most unjust thing is this rascal Vikarna is speaking. Just imagine the perverted mentality. There are many unjust things happening, but the most unjust thing which is happening is this Vikarna is speaking, even though Bhishma is silent, Drona is silent. Oh, you fool, sit down. So like that Karna said. So it became a big issue. And then all the citizens also started speaking. Aha, gachanti no natha. Oh, this Kuru Vardhanam, these Kuru elders, they are acting like small children. Dik Kuru Vardhanam, Balanam Ivachishtitam. They are acting like children. They just because of greed, they have insulted the sons of Pandu and they are favoring the how can we this thing respect them now. So this is what Krishna said. Gurun, they are not Guru. Arjuna, give them up. So Arjuna said, even though you may say they are not Guru and you may quote scriptures Krishna, but do you know they are Mahanubhava? They may not be Guru, but still they are great souls. Mahanubhava. They have conquered time, they have conquered lust. Somebody who has conquered time, somebody who has conquered lust, how can be a insignificant person? Bhishma Dev had Ichamrityu. Time, he took a vow, he took a fierce vow to practice brahmacharya. So he conquered lust. So these people are not ordinary, as you may say. Even though you may say they have lost the position of Guru, but they are still Mahanubhava, great souls, and they have vast experience of knowledge. So it's better for me to live by begging. Hatvansta kamansta guruni haiva, bhunjiya bhogan, rudira pradena. Even if I kill them, so the victory will be tainted with the blood of these people. That is, Arjuna is still continuing to accept these people as superiors, as spiritual masters, even at this stage. So, and Bhishma also said that I have purchased by so said that Bhishma said, Arthasya prashodaso, dasastu artho na kaschadit, eti satyam maharaja, baddosmi arthena kaurave. So Yudhishthir, actually, I am bound by the wealth of Kauravas. Man is a servant of wealth. Wealth is not servant of anyone. So Krishna is saying, what great authority they have, what Mahanubhav they have. They are not Mahanubhav also, they are filled with greed. So Arjuna said, no, even if I kill them, this victory will be tainted with their blood. Okay. And here Arjuna comes to final background. न चैतत्पित्तमत्कतरन्नो गरियो यद्वा जयेमो यदि वा नो जयेयु यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः ते अवस्थिता प्रमुखे भारतराष्ट्रः न चैत विद्यमा कतरन्नो गरियो. I am not understanding Krishna what to do. See, in the chapter 1, in the last verse, he said conclusion. Krishna, I will not fight. I will go to forest. Then Krishna gave him a little track talk. what you are saying, कुतस्तु आकस्मलिनं विषमय समुपस्थितम् अनार्जुष्टम स्वर्गीयम अकीर्तिकरम अर्जुना क्लैब्यम आस्मगम पार्थ नजतयुपविद्यते शुद्रम हृदय दौर्बल्यम तिक्तोत्तिष्ठः परन्तप. You don't act like Arjun, get up. So he didn't back up, and still Arjun put for some arguments, and now he's saying a little bit like he's totally shaken up now. So earlier he made decision, and now he is in a state of indecision. Nache, I don't know, Krishna. Kataran no Gariya. What is better for me to do? Yadima Jayim, shall I win victory or shall I win loss? Just imagine now India is playing with Pakistan, cricket match final, and Indian captain, I don't know who is nowadays fellow, Kohli, or he says, I don't know whether we should win the cricket match or shall we lose. Which is better? We don't. What people will say? Are you crazy guy? What are you saying? You should win. But here the situation is a little different. What is the situation? Is that Arjun is saying that we have to win against Yaneva Hatva Najiji Vishama. If we win, those who are killed, after killing them, we don't wish to live. Still, they are standing in front of us. So now there are two choices for Arjun. One is he can fight, other is he does not fight and go to forest. So if he fights, if he goes to forest, so he knows that the duty of Kshatriya is to protect, and he's fulfilling his duty. These people are religious; they will spread a religion. Already they did it, like in the assembly, they are doing like that. A very respectable lady, they are trying to make her naked. They have no respect for anyone, and so Arjun is considering that he will get sin in going to forest. That is also in his mind. He's not doing his duty. And if he wins, so there may be two choices. So in not fighting, Kshatriya Dharma is lost. And if he fights, he may win or he may lose. If he loses, he is killed. Again, this so personally, he's not concerned about being killed, but he's thinking of like my brothers, they'll feel grief, my wife, children, and if he wins, he has killed all his relatives. So again, he does not want to live. So this is technically called lose-lose situation. This is technically called lose-lose situation, where all the possible options end in disaster. So therefore, in such a state, indecision comes. So he's in indecision. Shall we conquer them? Shall we be conquered by them? What to do? So Prabhupada here stating something very important, and here he's saying that all these considerations by Arjun definitely prove that not only he was a great devotee of the Lord, but he was also highly enlightened and had complete control over his mind and senses. So this goes to show that he has qualities suitable for receiving transcendental knowledge. He has qualities suitable for receiving transcendental knowledge. So let us see what all qualities Arjun has, which qualify him to receive transcendental. So we are discussing so much transcendental topics, but there is a qualification of the disciple as well. If we have these qualifications, then that thing will enter within us. So the qualifications are set here. Tasmad evam vich shanta danta uparatas titikshु श्रद्धान्वितो भूत्वात्मं मन्नि एवात्मानं पश्येत्. Tasmad evam with. So a knowledgeable person should have control over mind and senses. He is not greedy for kingdom, so his control over mind and senses. Uparatas, he should have indifference to the material world. I don't want to enjoy. So he should have mind control. He should have sense control. He should be indifferent to the world. Titikshuhu. Now Arjuna is tolerating even the great insults which they have done. Yeah, I'll go to the forest. So he is tolerating dualities like dishonor or defeat has come and he has accepted it. Sometimes, when we are not able to tolerate or accept defeat, then nowadays we do very strange things. When the neat results comes, was about to come or something happens, so many students unfortunately commit suicide because they are not able to tolerate duality. They are not able to accept the reality that I could not get selected. But Arjun is not like that. Arjun is able to tolerate duality. He's like, I'll go and beg. And Shraddhanvito, one should have faith in the Supreme. So, faith in the Supreme will be shown in the next verse. He will show that how much faith he has on Krishna. This is what Prabhupada says. And that, so, therefore, it is concluded that Arjuna was quite fit for liberation. All these qualities, sense control, mind control, indifference to the world, and tolerating dualities uh, and faith in the Supreme means person is fit for liberation. Sometimes we wonder, how can I go back to Godhead? Oh, it's easy. If if we are having these qualities, it's very easy. So unless the senses are controlled, there is no chance of elevation to the platform of knowledge. Without knowledge and devotion, there is no chance of liberation. So there is something which Prabhupada says very in the verse from Bhagavatam, which I'll just show you. It's a very powerful statement, and yeah. So in this verse, Prabhupada says something very strange, amazing, which is maybe a lifetime homework. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter number 5, text number 24. Without being self-controlled, without being disciplined, and without being fully obedient, no one can become successful in following the instructions of the spiritual master. And without doing so, no one is able to go back to Godhead. Please hear again carefully. You can memorize these words, lines. Without being self-controlled, without being disciplined, and without being fully obedient, no one can become successful in following the instructions of the spiritual master. And without doing so, no one is able to go back to Godhead. So these three items Prabhupada is telling you. So if you feel I can go back to Godhead. So these are pre-qualifications for fulfilling the instructions of the. Otherwise, if you don't have these qualities, you will not be able to fulfill the instructions of the spiritual master. Discipline. Discipline means like there's a discipline. Prabhupada said, get up every day 4:30, you come for Mangala Arati. Disciplined life is there. Sleep early on in the night, get up early in the morning, chant your rounds. Discipline. So this is one. Above the discipline is obedient. Somebody, the teacher or the guru may say, hey, today you don't get up at 4:30, today you get up at 3:30. What you are saying? Prabhupada said get up at 4:30. Why shall I follow you? I will follow Prabhupada. No. Over and above discipline is obedience. Whatever our seniors see, you have to obey. That's another quality. So maybe some Abhishek is going on in the temple. Senior said, no, right now emergency is there. You please go out to the market and bring fruits. How can you say like this? Abhishek is going on. I will attend this. I will spiritual advance by doing this. But you are taking me away from the temple. So that's not obedience. And then even the spiritual master is not around. One is disciplined, one is obedient in front of the spiritual master or the senior. But when he's not around, that time we need to be self controlled. Oh, I'm alone. I can do anything now. Let me watch some dirty things. So again, we will not be able to follow the instructions of the spiritual master. And then without doing that, we will not be able to go back to Godhead. So we can think for it, contemplate it. 1:5:24, Srimad Bhagavatam. Hmm. Okay, fine. Let's go ahead. Hmm. So therefore Arjun said, so and Arjuna is competent in all these attributes over and above his enormous attributes in his material relationships, material qualities over and above. So Acharya say that one does not have qualification for receiving knowledge if one is devoid of these traits. Just as a lame person is not qualified for actions. If somebody is lame, he cannot walk properly. Similarly, if somebody is not having these qualities, we will face a lot of difficulties in following spiritual. We will not be able to follow nicely. कार्पण्य दोषो उपहतत् स्वभाव पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता यश्रेयश्चान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. It's a very famous verse, and Prabhupada is quoted this verse often. And it is the Gita is a book how we can go back to Godhead, and the clue begins here. First step begins with surrender. So till now, like Arjuna and Krishna were talking like friends. They were talking like friends, and now, even though they were talking like friends, and Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and he's right 2-3 feet away from Arjun in his chariot, still he is in total state of misery because he is not following Krishna. He is following Shabda, Protection, and Anuman. Therefore, he finally diagnosed, or he understood that I cannot handle the situation. Karpanya dosho. Karpanya dosh. I have infected the misery. I have infected the infection of Karpanya. Karpanya dosh. That means I am a Kripana. One who is having knowledge of Lord, he's having love for the Lord. He's called like Vaishnav. One is infected by the material qualities is called Kripana, Brahmana and Kripana. Dosho pahatat svabhava, apahat svabhava. My svabhava, my Kshatriya is to fight, to be courageous. And my courage is, I have become coward. Krishna, I think you are saying correct. I have become like Klebya. I am not able to lift up Gandiva. Prachami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha. I ask you the application of dharma. Krishna also, although I am saying many things, but I become confused in implementing dharma. Yashreyas-chan nishchitam rohitam. You please tell certainly Yashreya, what is beneficial for me long term. I become your disciple. Shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapam. I surrender to you. So there are many things in this. Let us see one by one. I am confused about my duty. I have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered to you. Please instruct me. So Karpanya, Arjuna is getting that dosh. There are two words. It's called Karpana and there is Brahmana. So you have some knowledge. Basically, Kripana means one who is not having knowledge, spiritual knowledge. One who is not having, he is called a Kripana. He is after prayers. Brahmana is after Shreyas. Kripana is short-sighted. Brahmana is far-sighted. He is very small-minded. I am Nija, I am Nija Lagu. I am Nija Paroveti, Gadanam Lagu Chetisa, Udar Charitana, Vasudeva Kutumbu. Those who see the entire earth as one family, they have Udar Charitana. They are called Brahmanas. The reverse is Kripana. They are only concerned about their family or about themselves. Highest degree, Kripana. Small minded. Let me clean my house properly, nicely, and all the garbage I will put in the neighbor's compound. That's Kripana. Short, small minded, mean, cheap. He's weak. Karpan is he weak, and Brahman is strong. What strength? It is not bodily strength. He is weak in resisting the temptations of Maya. So how can I understand whether I am Kripana? Whether in front of this thing, internet, I become very weak. Some challenge comes up, start trembling. I'm very weak. And Brahmana is a strong person. He resists temptation of mind. And Kripana is weak in following Shastra. Brahmana is very strong. So Arjuna is saying, I'm not able to follow Shastra. Shastra says, I am Kshatriya, my duty is to fight, I cannot fight. Therefore, I am in Karpanya dosha. He's understanding his problem. And he's very strongly attached to Maya. And Brahmana means he's detached from Maya. And Kripana means detached from Krishna. Brahmana means he's very strongly attached to Krishna. That is so Arjuna understood that Arjuna is a pure devotee. He 24 hours remembers Krishna. Even in sleep, he is remembering Krishna. His name is Gudakesh. He's conquered ignorance. Conquered sleep means even in sleep, he is remembering Krishna. Or he can manage without sleeping also. Both. But then Krishna, through Yogamaya, he covered Krishna's understanding in Arjuna's mind. So now Arjuna is thinking, I am saying so many things, but I am supposed to love the Lord, and I have become totally like he said many things, but there was no mention about the Supreme Lord or Krishna, what he will feel by actions. Will it be pleasing to Lord? Did he say anything like that? He did not say anything like that till now. So he's understanding at Krishna, I think, missing something. Our actions should be for pleasure of the Lord. I'm not able to do that. I'm in bodily consciousness. So Brahmana understands the science of the soul, and Kripana is material consciousness, Brahmana is spiritual consciousness. It's some Karpanya dosh. So, so then Prabhupada tells about that the material world. Why why spiritual life is required, or why. So by nature's own way, the complete system of material activities is a source of perplexity for everyone. In every step, there is perplexity. Very famous lines. By nature's own way, the complete system of material activities is a source of perplexity for everyone. So there are three-dimensional. We have three-dimensional lifestyle. One is like, of course, two and two can be further subdivided into three. Like one is spiritual dimension of life, and another is material dimension of life. In the material dimension of life, there is the physical plane and there is the emotional plane. So, by nature's own arrangement, the physical dimension and the emotional dimension are always a source of perplexity for everyone of us. Saying this, like physical plane, you may like try to do job and get some roti kapda makan for the body, but ultimately by nature's own way, this body will get old. What will you do in old age? Your money cannot save you in old age from the troubles of the old age, from troubles of death, birth, disease. So therefore, in the bodily, the system is designed in such a way that your body will undergo so many diseases. And your mind is designed in such a way, your emotions are designed in such a way that always you will have some or other heart burning. Arjuna's heart is seriously burning here. Have you come across any situation in the last 1 month where your heart was seriously burning? In the last 1 year, from your boss, from your friend, any relative, think or it. So this is what Prabhupada says. And therefore the solution he gives, is that it behoves one to approach a bona fide spiritual master. Shreya, what will be ultimately beneficial? Yes, Shreya, Chistam, Brohitanmai, and Shishyastu. So Krishna said, Are, so Kripana definition is given. Perplexed man is Yova etat aksharam gargi avidismal, who does not understand akshar or the soul and the Lord, and he dies like cats and dogs. He is called Kripan. Yo etat aksharam gargi vidismal, one who dies after understanding soul and super soul, is a Brahmana. Prabhupada says Kripana waste time. In orally affectionate, you can read Prabhupada's purport, very amazing. And so, and then I had Prabhupada say that talks between the master and the disciple are serious. So Arjun understood that these friendly talks are not going to help. If you want to accept somebody as spiritual master, then the talks have to be serious. Till the time this friend can joke and laugh and accept or not accept the opinion. But if you want to become disciple, then there is serious talk with the spiritual master. So there is another point is that Arjun is wanting to become Shishya or disciple. See, in ISKCON also there is a ISKCON disciple course and there is Diksha 1, there is Rinam Diksha, and there is Brahman Diksha. So it's not very difficult to get Diksha, although sometimes it is difficult also. But it's like there are many other reasons also for getting Diksha. Not a serious, even a unserious person may get Diksha. There are many factors involved. Sometimes the need is there in temple. The pujaris are less, okay, so initiate everyone. Or maybe the disciple is rich, or the counselor feels, oh, if I recommend him, then he will become obedient to me. Therefore, let me give his name. So even though the candidate is unfit, there are many reasons just to maintain equilibrium between brahmacharis and grastas and man and woman, just to create peace in society. So everyone get diksha. So it's like likely that many material reasons may also be involved in this process of diksha, which is practiced here. It's a very important thing, however, it cannot be neglected, but we have to understand properly. It is something similar to purchasing a insurance policy. So say suppose I purchase insurance policy, like life insurance cover of rupees 50 lakhs, and per month I have my of rupees 10,000. So I have purchased the policy and I have started. I have paid 10,000 this month. If the next month I don't pay the policy will be considered null and void. Similarly, is the process of diksha. Diksha means you are starting initiation. Now you are starting the policy, but it will be valid only if you pay premium. That is, if you are obedient. That is what Arjun is saying. Shishya. Many can be initiated or have diksha. They can have das at the end of their name, but many are not disciples. They are not obedient. They don't hear. So please, I'm trying to separate the reality from the illusion. Don't practice dharma naam ki vaste. Try to understand what is the real thing and what is official or institutional. Try to understand clearly. If you want to go back to Godhead, you have to make clear distinction. There's a difference between so many people may have das on the end of their name. Not that they are disciples, they are shishya. Arjuna is not like that. He's surrendering. And at the end, he will say, Krishna karishye vachanam tava. Whatever you say, I will. That is called a shishya. Not that one is having title das simply for namesake. And when something is told, no, I cannot do this. That's not. So Krishna told Arjun, you are quoting scripture and you are saying, I will beg. What is he so speaking? Arjuna is saying, no, I am become weak. The dharma is very subtle. How to implement dharma, I don't know. Therefore, it is better that you decide and you tell me. Krishna said, Arey, I am your friend, and you are posing yourself as great learned man. How can I say something to you? Arjuna said, I am your student. I will no longer say anything useless which will uselessly oppose you. Just he's humbling himself. So yeah. So so like that. Nahi prapashyami mavapanudyat yachokam अवाप्य भूमा असपत् नरद्रम राज्यम सुराणाम apichadhipatyam. So Krishna said, Are, but I am your friend. You go to something like somebody whom you respect. You respect Vyasdev a lot. You go to him, you accept Vyasdev as Guru. So Arjuna in response saying, Nahi prapashyami. Krishna, I do not see anyone other than you. I do not see anyone other than you who can take me out of misery. So we discussed just now that we have three-dimensional existence. I am having so much shock. Yet chok uchoshanam indriyana. I am having so much lamentation. I am so much frustrated from within, and so I do not see anyone other than you. Even Brahaspati, even Vyasdev, nobody can do this. Only you can do it. Krishna said, hey, what are you saying? I mean, you fight, you will win. I am in your side. You will get a kingdom. Then your shoka will go away. Arjuna said, no. Avapya bhuma. Even if I win the entire earth, asapatnam without enemies. That's a theoretical. Any kingdom or any king will have enemies. Arjuna is saying, even if I get a kingdom which is having no enemies, Radram. Okay, the kingdom may not have enemies, but there may be natural disasters. Tsunami may come up, earthquake may come up. Even if no natural disasters come, even if the kingdom is without any enemies, or even if I win the heavenly planets, still my lamentation will not go away. Krishna, I cannot find any solution. You are the only solution. He's having complete faith in Krishna. He's saying, I'll not go anywhere. I'll not go to Vyasdev. I'll not go to Brahaspati. In my winning kingdom, nothing is going to help. So we have physical dimension, emotional dimension, and spiritual dimension. So Krishna is offering the solution that you win the kingdom at physical level. So all these things we are doing to win, physical comfort, education, high education, job, scholarship, post. So Arjuna is saying, no, these things cannot help. See, when there is conflict at emotional level, the physical cannot help. Just like if somebody is hungry, sleeping is not going to help him, or anything else is not going to help. Only he is going to get cured by food. So sometimes when there is emotional torture, either due to some abusive relative, either due to exploitative boss, or due to intergenerational conflict, or due to misunderstanding, it torments so severely uh, that no amount of comfort can give person relief. No. Say suppose you start feeling some very dear near ones are mistrusting you, or they are trying to cheat you. How can you be happy even in midst of all the comforts? So therefore, like emotions either come from the material plane or from the spiritual plane. When the emotions come from the material plane, from this material things, objects made up of three modes of material nature, they degrade the soul. And Arjuna is able to see that my emotions are coming from these bodily relatives planes, and they are cause of degradation. But when the emotions are coming from the spiritual plane, they are elevated. Therefore, Arjuna is now turning to Krishna to get the emotions from the spiritual plane. Rajyam Swanam Abhichadhipatyam. Although Arjuna was putting forward so many arguments of mm, uh, based on knowledge of the principles of religion, moral codes, it appears that he was unable to solve his real problems. He could understand that his so-called knowledge was useless in driving his problems. Academic knowledge, scholarship, high position, etc. are all useless in solving the problems of life. Help can be given only by a spiritual master like Krishna. So therefore, always keep this point in mind. Even though we may have big academic knowledge, scholarship, high position, post, money, we cannot be happy in this life. Or till the time we connect spiritually. Ultimate solution of all the problems. Even physical plane you cannot protect, and emotional plane there is sadhavan at every step. Misunderstanding can come at very slight stage, even between friends. While quoting this theme, is taking spiritual master. Last Shishya and spiritual master was elaborating. Iva Vipra Givanasi Shudra Kenanoy. Yei Krishna Tattaveta Sei Guru Hai. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not at all caste conscious. Kiva Vipra Givanasi Shudra Kenanoy. Yei Krishna Tattaveta Sei Guru Hai. Anyone who knows the science of Krishna is Guru. Satkharmo Nipuna Vipra Mantra Tantra Visharada. Avaishnava Guru Nasyat Vaishnava Sapacho Guru. So even if a person is very elevated, he knows mantras, he knows tantras, he knows karma, he is a vipra, visharada, but if he is not a devotee, he is not Guru. Guru na sasyat, tanni na sasyat, pita na sasyat, devam na sasyat. Na mochiyat ya sampet mritya. If somebody is not a Vaishnava, you cannot accept him as a Guru. Either he be father, mother, brother, relative, sister, material guru, anyone. If he is not a devotee, you cannot accept guidance from him. So where we can accept guidance? So just like you wanted to buy some phone, you are not very techy, technical. You can seek help for any materialist. Which phone should I buy and which has more features? Like this kind of some information you can take from the materialist. But what to do in life, how to lead the life, that consideration has to be done in consultation with the Vaishnava. That is the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Avaishnava Guru Nasya, don't accept him as Guru. Don't accept him. Yes. Physical plane, emotional plane. So like wealth cannot buy love. If you feel that nobody in your family loves you, even though you are very comfortable, you have AC, everything, how frustrated you will be. Oh, I don't want to live. Think, if nobody in your family loves you, they have given you comforts. Okay, fine. The time's up for questions if you have any. Ayush Mishra Prabhu is asking. Yes, Prabhu.
I had one question. Does Arjuna knows already Krishna is God, or like what is the matter? Because if we assumes that he knows Krishna is God, then why not he surrendering at the first place? And if he doesn't know, then all the like he chose Krishna in the place of whole Narayani Sena and everything, that does not like make sense.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. So Arjuna's pure devotee, I already told you. Even in night, he does not forget Krishna. Whole night he's chanting Krishna, Krishna. Right? He's pure devotee. But this moment, Krishna wanted to bring out some lesson. So Yogmaya covered over. And the words he spoke in ignorance of Krishna. But now little he's understanding, because he had so much dharmic background, that I think the goal of life is to follow the order of the Vedas, to follow the Lord. He's not very, like, he's still in a state of forgetfulness, whether Krishna is God. But like generic knowledge is there at this stage. Krishna is orchestrating the pastime. We should follow the Lord. He's the Lord of all beings. But, so I'm not going to follow. The drama is done like this. Okay. Thank you. Pushpendra Prabhu is asking a question. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Guruji, at many places I have read that who has taken the shelter of lotus feet of Krishna. So no misfortune can happen with them. But we see in the case of Draupadi Devi that so much extreme suffering he has to face. So how uh, to digest this fact?
How digest this act? You can digest by taking help of Queen Kunti's prayers. What does Queen Kunti say? विपदा सन्तु दासाश्वत् तत्र तत्र जगद्गुरो भवतो दर्शनं यात् स्यात् अपुनर्भव दर्शनम्. My dear Krishna, let these calamities come again and again, including the one which had happened to Draupadi Devi. Because when these miseries come, you are around. So Draupadi Devi was in the highest bliss when she was remembering Krishna very intensely. And when Krishna is there is no more danger. Okay. Queen Kunti is praying for these things. Can you imagine? Now you are saying, Array, how do I do it? Queen Kunti is praying. She knows all these situations happened. She was right there. Okay. That's the
Yes,
point.
Guruji.
Yes, Rishabh Prabhu is asking question.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I want to ask that you told that Arjuna rejected the other gurus like Kripa, Drona, and Drona regarding guidance, and he accepted Krishna for the proper guidance. How Arjuna got so much confidence and faith in Krishna that he is sure that the Krishna will guide him in the right way?
Okay, he's a devotee from the birth. I just told you it's a drama. And he has long relation with Krishna as well. A long relation with Krishna. And Krishna has, Vishan Mahagne, Purushartha Darshanat, Asat Sabhayam, Vanavas Prichatah, Vane Vane Nek Maharthastato, Dronesh Chasma Hare Virakshitaha. Krishna is the one who has protected the family several times. He's the one. And when Durvasa went, Krishna protected. And so many places Krishna is protected. Like there. Therefore, he's saying like this. Okay. So Ayush Mishra is writing Prabhu. So Prabhuji in Gita Krishna said to reject Bhishma and Drona as Guru, then why are we going to tell Manu? I have told you, na, like there are two levels. Karma Kand level, Krishna is talking about Karma Kand. But ultimate drama, like there are many layers in the drama. So in the ultimate sense, Bhishma was doing everything because he knew it is Krishna's desire to bring out this pastime. Krishna's desire to bring out Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's desire to finish these adharmic people. Just say this incident would not have happened. So if the Kurus are, what is the reason for finishing Kurus? Then the people say, nah, till now they are saying, why injustice happened to Karna, and like there's so many things they are saying. So he stays the drama in such a way that nobody can blame the devotees. They were like treated very, they were tortured practically, and therefore they retaliate, and they have no problem in fighting the war. Devotees are perfect people. Okay. Okay, fine. It's 8 o'clock, so time's up. So meeting is officially ended and devotees can leave. If you have more questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we are ending the meeting. Those who